Welcome back, friends of the homestead. Elon Musk sent me something. He sent me this Starlink satellite dish. I've been using this now for 3 or 4 weeks, and I think I know enough about it to comment on it and tell you what my experience is with the Starlink internet system. So back a little bit, as you guys know, for the last decade, we've lived in remote locations, and I've had the misfortune of being involved with the, with the satellite internet. I don't want to disparage the company too much, but it has not been what I would consider to be a great experience, as any of you who have dealt with it will know. Of course, I'm a big data user, being a content creator, uploading videos, which kind of exacerbated the whole problem. Many of you may remember at our old place, I actually had 3 satellite dishes. Well, I needed more data because satellite has a couple of issues, latency problems and data caps. And the data caps are actually quite small. So I was obviously going over my data caps, and they punish you severely for that. So I called them up and said, hey, can I pay more? Can I pay double and get double the data? And they said, no. If you want more data, you have to get a whole new service and a whole new modem. And I had to do that 3 times. I had 3 bills, 3 satellites, 3 modems, the whole deal. That's what it took. That's how much data that I used. Very frustrating, very aggravating, very unreliable, just a constant problem. But it was all we had. There was no other option, and it was the only game in town. When I was out there, I kept hearing rumors about, oh, Elon Musk is putting up an internet deal that's going to change everything. And I thought, yeah, pie in the sky, right? So I signed up for it. I went on the site. I said, what have I got to lose, right? Went on the site, signed up for it, that I'd be interested, put in my zip code and all that stuff, and kind of forgot about it. Well, this was probably about 4 months ago or so. I got an email that said, hey, we're ready to send you your hardware. It's going to cost $500 for all of the hardware, plus $100 a month, and we're promising all this great internet, right? Well, I kind of procrastinated and didn't get around to it because I had this, kind of had satellite going. And when I finally got around to doing it, I entered in that code that they gave me, and they said, it's expired. You only had 2 weeks to do it, and you didn't do it. I'm like, oh. So I went back to Starlink again, reapplied, and thought, well, maybe I'll hear from them again. Well, that was 4 weeks ago or so. I was totally shocked when I got the email that said, yeah, we have the stuff. If you'd like to sign up for our service and get the hardware delivered out there, go ahead and enter your credit card here, pay it, and we'll send it out. I was really reluctant. I was really skeptical of it. I thought, oh, here we go, man, another satellite deal, right? But I went ahead and did it, paid the $500, and a few days later, I guess it wasn't a week or so, the box showed up, and this is what it looked like. Sitting on the front porch, Starlink, right? And I was kind of busy doing stuff, and I like, oh, that's that satellite I ordered, or that's that internet I ordered, and I was I just wasn't expecting it to work. This is the dish, by the way, here. So I told my son, Jack, who's 15, I'm like, Jack, can you go hook up that internet and see if there's anything to that, see if it's going to work? Well, it wasn't. 10 minutes later, he had the thing going, and we started doing speed tests, and I was blown away. And I was really surprised how easy it was to hook up. And I'll show you the hardware here when we're done. These are the instructions that came with it. Right here, this big piece of vinyl. And all he did was plug the modem into the wall. We ran the cable under the house. We put the thing up on the tripod. We turned it on. It was pretty incredible. It just did its own thing, leveled itself, found the satellites, and we were ready for our speed test, right? So we were pretty excited about this because the hardware looked nice. The instructions were super simple. I thought, man, is this too good to be true? We ran our first speed test, and we were getting speeds of 120 megabytes a second. Now that is up from about 9 to 12 is what we were used to getting. The upload speeds were pretty decent too. We were getting around, I would say, 18 to 22 up. But one of the things that was really nice is we were getting really low pings. We were getting pings of 12 to 20. So the latency issues to me on that initial test were like, well, this is incredible. You might be able to do online gaming, you might be able to do live streaming for YouTube, all that. Pretty impressive, right? So we started using it, and of course, Jack and I, we do some online gaming at night and such. And what we found with this, and after 4 weeks of using it, the speeds that I've got with this have been, I would say that the lowest I've seen has been about 70. The highest we've had is about 210. Now that's download. Uploads have been pretty consistent between 18 and say 24. So what that means for me, for a YouTube content creator, if I have a 10-minute video that is in 4K, so like a 3 gigabyte file, that upload time is about 12 to 15 minutes instead of 12 to 15 hours like I'm used to, right? So that in itself has been a tremendous blessing. Has it been reliable? For the most part. Now, it said when I signed up for it that this is a beta program and that it's brand new and it's going to get better. I think how it was put was better than nothing beta, So, and I think that's a really good way to put it. And so I talked to Jack before I did this video because, and get his opinion on it. Because what it's meant for us is we've never been able to watch anything, YouTube videos or anything for a decade greater than like 240p, right? Now we can watch movies, we can watch Amazon movies, we can watch anything that normal people watch in high def 4K, and it's absolutely beautiful. No problems whatsoever. No problems watching videos, no problems watching movies, no problems uploading videos. It's been, for me, just absolutely amazing. Now, with that being said, it's not suitable for gaming, and it's not suitable for if you're watching live stream. It drops out. We've noticed that. We tried to use it and for several different things, and you just can't do it. It drops all the time for live stream and for gaming. You'll be in a game and it just won't work. So if that's something that's important to you, you should know that because it's not at its current iteration. It's not suitable for that. But will it stay that way? I think it'll get better. And with those low pings in the teens, 12 to 20 or so, that means that if they can get a little bit more reliable where it stops dropping, then that's going to be perfect for anything you could possibly need. Unlimited data, $100 a month. It's been a tremendous blessing. And we are very, very happy with it. I have no complaints, and hats off to ELON or whoever's involved with this project because it's really incredible. Another thing that I hadn't really considered when we bought it was how versatile it could be, right? So because it's so simple and the setup is so easy, I haven't had TV for a long time, 20 years or so. But I had back in the day, I have set up those direct TV dishes, and I remember the angle and the compass and the azimuth. I mean, it was tricky to get set up. To be able to take this thing and just sit it down on a tripod, plug it in, and it points itself at satellite or wherever it works, it's like magic, right? It was pretty incredible. So an option, that we're considering is how nice would this be to have, or how nice would it be? How nice is it to have something that's completely portable, something that you could take camping? Because I like to have internet, right? What if you wanted to go and work remotely for a while somewhere at an Airbnb or at a friend's house, or maybe you're going to buy a white duck canvas tent, right? But you can't go stay out long because you need internet. Something like this would work for that. And I'm going to keep the box that it came in that I showed you just for those very reasons in case something like that came up. So I've been playing around with it a little bit, and it doesn't draw very much power. So a guy could essentially take something like, solar generate. These little solar generators are really kind of a neat deal, and kind of a nice replacement sometime from the gas-powered ones because they're so quiet. I don't know if I'd call it a solar generator. It's basically a lithium battery, with a little inverter on it. But you could essentially take the Starlink system, this little box right here, and I've been working with this. These are just, the fold-up solar panels. I'm not endorsing any of this stuff. There's lots of different brands. You pick what you want. But what works out really good is this thing seems to be able to run just fine on a sunny day with a solar panel. So if you were camping or, again, anywhere, the combination of the Starlink and the solar generator or a Honda 2000 or an inverter in your truck, it gives you tremendous possibilities, right? It's really amazing. So I know some folks had seen that we had the satellite, or I don't know if I mentioned it or something, but it asked me to do a video on it and share my experience, and I wanted to have it for a good 3-4 weeks before I did this, but I think I can speak to it reasonably well now that it is it's excellent and it's very, very good. I haven't mounted it on the roof or anything because I was really skeptical about it. You know, I thought before I'm going to start punching holes in my roof and getting it up there and dealing with it, I'm going to be sit it here and see how it works for a month or two. But after working with it and playing with it and thinking about the possibilities of taking it remotely, I might just leave it right here and just leave it alone. That way we can grab it and go if we ever wanted to do it. So that's my experience with the Starlink, and I am so glad to be done with my old provider that we had for, you know, the 3 satellite dishes. It is night and day from that, and I would say that those old companies that have been abusing people for so long are probably quaking in their boots, because I can't imagine why anyone would go with them when we have access to this. So if that's something that you struggle with, or you live in a remote location and don't have good satellite or haven't had reliable satellite, for me, in my experience, and my other friend Jeff, the real Martian, who also has it, you know, it's really changed his life as well. He's able to actually do work and have meetings and things that he never would have been able to do before. It was always a struggle. So that's it. That's my experience with Starlink, and I got to go in before I freeze to death. So thanks for watching. May God bless you guys. Keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you guys over in the next video.